What's up guys, welcome to the Life Instead of Just channel. My name's Jesse and today we're looking at a guitar. The guitar we're looking at today has a cool story. It's pretty funny because I got a text one day and it just said, "We found this in the trash." It's a jazz bass. It's a freaking awesome jazz bass, but instead of a Fender, it's an Ibanez jazz bass copy. It's pretty beat up, but like honestly, it's in pretty good condition, all things considered. The tuners are super corroded, the bridge is corroded, the electronics don't work, but that's why we have it. I'm gonna fix it up. It's gonna be a fun little project for my bassist. The story behind it is my band had a recording session that just unfortunately was a nightmare. So yeah, we were bummed out from that weekend and we all went our separate ways. But I just got a text from my bandmate like not that long after we separated, and it was just like, "We found this bass in the trash." And yeah, this is the first time I get to see it and try it out, and yeah, let's take a look at it. So yeah, I've done a tiny bit of work so far on it. I just made sure that we could, these worked and I could tune it. And I raised the saddles just so it wasn't so buzzy. The neck seems straight. I haven't checked the truss rod, so I'll do that in a bit. These strings feel brand new. There's no like corrosion at all on them. It's insane. I'm gonna change them because whoever strung it didn't string it correctly. But and yeah, we tried plugging it in, and it doesn't work. I'm either going to try to just replace the output jack first, or I actually have a whole pre-wired pot thing from a previous jazz bass I had that I might just drop in here, because I do want to hear these pickups and see if they sound good. Otherwise, I also have some jazz bass pickups that I'm not using that I could throw in here and it could work, because this thing plays amazingly. I have a 80s jazz bass that my uncle left when he passed away, and it is almost identical. Like this, the neck on this is a tiny bit chunkier. This feels just as good as my American jazz bass. It's insane. One day I'm gonna invest in a pad to work on, but until that day I'm just gonna use shirts. I want to take the truss rod cover off just to see. This might be too big. It's off. How's it looking there? Looks like it's in good shape. I'm gonna grab a Allen key, see if it twists. I want to loosen it just like a quarter turn. There we go. Alright, we're in. I want to do just a quarter turn. Whoop. There we go. Just want to do a quarter turn. It's hard to do this with. This way. I want to turn it this way to loosen it. Alright, that's that. I'm actually going to try to put these in correctly. Otherwise, I have strings that I can use. I just want to. These are like brand new, so let's see. We're back in business, baby. Alright, so I took the control plate off so we could see what's going on inside here. So it's in decent shape. This was connected, I just pulled it off. It's the ground from the, I guess that's kind of like a Faraday. It's not really a Faraday cage, because I doubt, there's none on the walls, but it's basically ground, universal ground. This is going to the other base plates, and then this was the final ground connection that went to the actual output jack. What else? Oh yeah, I looked up the control layout, or wiring diagram for like a jazz bass, and you can see the capacitor is supposed to be on the third tang going to the back of the pot. Here you can see it's on the middle tang going straight to the output jack. So I don't know if that makes a difference. I assume it does because standard wiring diagram says otherwise. Oops, sorry. But yeah, so I'm just gonna I'll save these, but I'm gonna take it out and put in my old one. One thing I just noticed, the screw for intonation on the low E on the E string sorry, I'm thinking of guitars, is completely like bent and broken. I was wondering why this saddle was kind of like angled backwards. It's because the actual screw must have gotten hit and bent, so that's going to need to be replaced. I think for the sake of this video I'm going to leave it as is because it still works. It just doesn't really, when you fret up on the neck, it doesn't really feel as solid. So maybe we'll get a new bridge for this thing. Maybe we'll leave it as is in terms of like the actual bridge itself. I'm gonna say we're gonna replace the saddles, but not immediately. So yeah, we're gonna replace all the pots in the bass. I have this, so this is kind of weird. This is a Ripper pick guard. I bought a Ripper years ago and it came with jazz bass pickups, which, why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense. But this, it's basically like a pre-wired harness. Sorry, my battery died. But as I was saying, years ago I bought a Ripper that came with jazz bass pickups in it. And I bought actual Ripper pickups to put in it and did all the electronics and all that kind of stuff. So I have basically a pre-wired harness. Basically I have like an already pre-wired harness that worked at the time, so I'm just going to put this on and hope for the best. I'm going to take the original pots out of that bass, take this, put it in there, and wire it up to see if those pickups work. If not, I still have the pickups that came with my Ripper too, so I don't even know what they are. They're probably just old jazz bass pickups, but we'll see. These ones would be cooler to have originals in, so yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm finally gonna do the change to old harness that I have. I managed to get sick this weekend, which is awesome, so I'm gonna just do this and not talk because I sound dumb. Ignore the angle, but so what I did was I put in the old harness from my Ripper into here. When I first dropped this in, the cavity here is smaller than how it was laid out in the Ripper configuration, so it's a little bunched up in here. So when I first closed it, it wasn't really making noise. I kind of opened it back up and moved some wires around. It's not perfect. Kind of does that a little bit, but in theory, it should still work fine. So this is with both pickups on, tone all the way up. And this is just a PV Rage 158. I don't remember where we left off, but I've got the bass to work. So, recap of what we've done so far. I changed out the electronics. This is from an old bass that I had. It kind of is cutting in and out, so I might need to take it off and redo it again, but we'll see. I just figured to save time and to see if this works, then I can just throw it in. I adjusted the saddles and everything. I realized that the screw for the E string is bent, so you can see the saddle is at a weird angle. We're getting a new bridge. I'm gonna get it from my bandmate today and pop it on later. I did a slight adjustment on the neck just to see if, one, if it would work, and two, if it was fine. But this thing's solid. It didn't need a lot of work. Let's do a sound sample of how it is like right now, and then I'm gonna hopefully switch out the bridge sometime soon. And yeah, But again, trash bass, it still works. It's really cool. We're trying this again, but I'm just gonna run through some sounds and then we'll talk about it after. So here's just some fingerstyle, both pickups on. Here's the bridge pickup only. Here's the neck pickup only. Forgive my sloppy playing. I'm not really a fingerstyle player, but here's a pick and both them on. I'll run through the tones again. We'll just do both bridge, neck. Here's bridge. And here's neck. That's a cool riff. I'm gonna try to play it real quick. Sorry, I'm getting lost. It sounds crazy. Here's a little bit of a. I only have a guitar board. I'm using my Soldano SLO 100 also, but right now I have my Bowman Audio Endeavors on just for a little. So here's a little bit of, here's some Greer Lightspeed with it. I don't think there's much to say other than this thing is really fucking cool. They found it in the trash. Some of the electronics still need a little work if I do this. Jangly, but that's more so the old electronics I put in. So I have a new jack coming in the mail. We have a new bridge we're gonna put on. I'm gonna get that today. I'm either gonna include that in this video or I'll do a follow-up video showing the install process of that. So, but otherwise, thanks for watching. Hopefully you took something away from this. Fix up an old bass, fix up an old guitar. If you find a guitar in the trash, try to fix it. You might find something really cool like this. So I've been Life Instead of Jess. You can call me Jesse. Thanks for tuning in.